NASCAR never fails to deliver excitement on the track, but sometimes the real drama unfolds long after the checkered flag waves. That was exactly the case this past weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What began as a typical mid-pack battle turned into a heated confrontation between two former teammates. The tension between Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain boiled over in a way that left the entire garage buzzing. A race full of speed, then sudden sparks. Denny Hamlin put on a masterclass that afternoon, leading 134 of the 267 laps to claim a hard-fought victory in the Pennzoil 400. While the spotlight shone on Hamlin's strong run with Joe Gibbs Racing, most of the attention after the race shifted to what happened further back in the field. Suarez, now driving the number 7 car for Spire Motorsports, and Chastain in the number 1 Trackhouse Racing Chevrolet, found themselves racing hard for position late in the event. They were fighting near the back of the top 20 for 17th place. In NASCAR, every spot counts, especially when pride is on the line. Chastain managed to pull alongside and pass Suarez on the outside. During that move, things apparently got a bit too close for comfort. Reports from the race indicate that Chastain made a gesture towards Suarez from his window as he went by. Suarez finished 18th, right behind Chastain in 17th. But the story did not end there. The confrontation on Pittsburgh Road. On the cool-down lap, Suarez pulled up next to Chastain. Instead of things calming down, the situation quickly heated up. Chastain made contact with Suarez's car as they drove side by side toward pit road. Both drivers rolled along, exchanging words through their open windows. As they neared the pit area, they stopped their cars. What followed was a moment NASCAR fans love and league officials probably dread. Both men climbed out and faced each other right beside Chastain's number 1 machine. Shouting quickly turned to shoving. For a few tense seconds, it looked like it might escalate into something more serious. Crew members from both sides rushed in to pull the drivers apart. Chastain eventually walked away, but the damage to their relationship was already done. What Suarez had to say afterward. Daniel Suarez spoke openly with the media after the race, and his words revealed deep frustration. He mentioned that the two cars had made light contact earlier in Turn 2, and that Chastain seemed upset about it. Suarez said he simply wanted to talk things through, but Chastain reacted with strong emotion. Then came the part that really caught everyone's attention. Suarez described their relationship as one that has always been a little weird, and at times felt a bit two-faced on Chastain's side. He explained that the post-race incident confirmed feelings he had suspected for a while. Suarez added that he lost a lot of respect for his former teammate in that moment. At the same time, Suarez tried to keep things in perspective. He said he does not carry hard feelings toward anyone and wants to focus on enjoying his racing and building his career. Still, you could sense the disappointment in his voice when he talked about how sad it was that their once friendly connection had reached this point. Looking back at their shared history, this clash did not come out of nowhere. Daniel Suarez and Ross Chastain were teammates at Trackhouse Racing not long ago. They shared a garage, worked under the same roof, and often spoke positively about each other. Chastain once noted how similar their mindsets were outside the car. Suarez praised Chastain's skill behind the wheel on several occasions. But relationships in NASCAR can change quickly once drivers move to different teams. Since Suarez joined Spire, he has seemed to race the Trackhouse cars with extra fire. Las Vegas brought that extra intensity to the surface. Their history includes other tense moments. Last July at Sonoma Raceway, during the Toyota/Save Mart 350, Chastain drove deep into the final hairpin on lap 45 and made contact that spun Suarez around. Suarez dropped from 14th all the way back to 29th and was clearly upset over the radio. Chastain later said through his spotter that he had simply misjudged the corner. Another incident occurred at Circuit of the Americas in 2023. On a late restart, Chastain made contact with Alex Bowman, which sent Bowman sliding into Suarez. Suarez had been running inside the top 5, but the wreck ruined his day and left him finishing 27th. After that race, Suarez was so frustrated that he asked his team on the radio where the other cars were and sped past traffic, trying to find them on the way to pit road. When you connect these dots, The blow-up in Las Vegas starts to feel like the result of built-up pressure rather than one isolated event. What this means for NASCAR. Incidents like this remind us that NASCAR is more than just fast cars and perfect lap times. It is a sport filled with strong personalities, high pressure, and personal pride. When two drivers who once worked together as teammates start seeing each other as rivals, the emotions run even deeper. For Suarez, the moment felt like the confirmation of something he had sensed for a long time. For Chastain, it adds another chapter to a driving style that has always been aggressive and has created several notable rivalries over the years. Denny Hamlin, who watched the situation unfold from the winner's circle, later suggested that this confrontation had probably been brewing beneath the surface. Many fans seem to agree. Now, the big question hanging over the garage is whether this was just one emotional outburst after a long, tough race in the desert, or the start of a genuine rivalry that could flare up again in the coming weeks. If Suarez and Chastain find themselves battling close together in future races, you can bet that crews, fans, and officials will be paying extra close attention. The human side of racing. At its core, NASCAR is about people pushing themselves and their machines to the limit week after week. Moments of frustration are natural when every position matters and careers can shift based on small decisions. Former teammates turning into on-track rivals is nothing new in this sport, but it always adds an extra layer of interest. Suarez has shown throughout his career that he races with heart and determination. Chastain is known for his bold moves and willingness to fight for every inch. Both bring unique energy to the Cup Series, and their clash in Las Vegas gave fans a raw look at the passion that drives them. As the 2026 season continues, it will be fascinating to see how this situation develops. Will cooler heads prevail the next time they race near each other, or will the tension linger? Only time and more green flag racing will tell. What do you think? Do you believe Suarez was right to call out the change in their relationship? Or was this simply the heat of the moment getting the best of two competitive drivers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. NASCAR stories like this are always more